You have a big idea, and then another idea, and then three more that you want to bring to life. But they're just ideas right now. You haven't actually started any of them. And if you're anything like me, this isn't an unusual situation. Now, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of things that you want to do. The pressure to start all of them, and the guilt when you inevitably don't. Today, I'm going to share with you some strategies I use to stop getting stuck in the starting over and over again cycle and how I finish what I start. We only have so much creative bandwidth, so much headspace to hold ideas and make decisions, and so much energy to expend. Think of your creative closet. It's already full to the brim. You don't have space for anything new. If you don't know what finished looks like or feels like, you will always be doing more instead of finishing. Research shows that the constant tasks reaching actually reduces our productivity significantly and drains our focus and our energy. It also makes us prone to making mistakes. Instead, you want to cultivate a single tasking mindset where you give each project its own time in the spotlight. Give it your full attention and resist the urge to multitask. When we focus on one thing at a time, we produce higher quality work, meet our goals faster, and avoid the pitfalls of exhaustion and burnout. Now, I'm not suggesting that you need to have every single detail figured out in advance, but you do need to get clear on the goal. Maybe it's putting on a specific playlist that only you know about, dimming the lights, grabbing your favorite pen, or working from a standing desk. Remember that nothing is ever truly finished, only abandoned or completed. Now, this does not mean that you need to create a detailed plan for every single step of the process. That would just add unnecessary pressure and complexity. Instead, focus on the next step. Just figure out what the next step is, and then do that. Once that's done, move on to the next step and the next, and before you know it, you'll have completed the entire project. We're all human, and we're bound to make mistakes. Okay? We get distracted, we procrastinate, we fail. It happens to all of us. The important thing is to be kind to yourself when it happens. Forgive yourself, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. We can always go back and tweak things later if we want to. Remember that finishing things is not just about achieving a goal, it's about growing as a creative being and enjoying the journey along the way. But for now, it's important to accept that things won't always be exactly how we want them to be, and that is okay. The best way to deal with this is to set deadlines for yourself. Deadlines create a sense of urgency and help us focus on what's important. They also prevent us from getting bogged down in the details. Of course, this doesn't mean that you should rush through your work. It just means that you should be mindful of how much time you are spending on each task and be willing to move on when it is time. To learn more about how to be mindful intentionally, head over to Amazon and pick up a copy of Jim's book, Leadership, I Just Can't Want to. Here you will find a 30-day journal that puts you on the journey to being mindful in all you do. Remember, most of us are trying to accomplish something big, a huge, overarching goal that seems impossible to reach, like drawing, painting, writing a book, creating a portfolio, launching a business, or building a community. This doesn't have to be a big production. It could be something as simple as taking a break and doing something that you enjoy or treating yourself to something special. By rewarding yourself, you create positive associations with the work that you do and make it more likely that you will stick with it. It's not about the destination, it's about the ride. Learn from others who've achieved similar goals as you. Read books, watch videos, attend talks, join communities. Talk to people who are where you want to be and listen to their stories. Their experiences and insights can provide you with valuable guidance and inspiration as you work toward your own goals. You might also consider finding a mentor or joining a mastermind group, something that really matters to you. But even though we know that these big goals are achievable, we struggle to actually reach them. Whatever it is, make it meaningful and use it wisely. These rituals should help you get into a flow state faster and stay there longer, but remember to ask yourself, what does done look like? What are the non-negotiables? How will you know when you've made enough progress? Once you have a definition of done, you can rest easy knowing that if you stick to the plan, you will indeed get there. It's about learning from every experience and growing as a creative being. It's okay to start over if something is not working or if you realize that you are not interested anymore. The important thing is to do it intentionally, to learn from the process and to keep moving forward. When you try to cram in something else, everything comes tumbling down and you end up with a pile of clothes on the floor. But if you put a couple of things away before you pull out something new, there's room for both of them to coexist, and the closet stays neat and tidy. Starting over and over is usually a result of a few different habits. So let's take a look at those first. Number 1, the one in, one out rule. Don't start a new project until one is finished. Number 2, project parking lot. Here's an exercise. Write a list of all the projects you want to work on, and then divide them into 2 piles. Put the project you're working on right now into a box labeled in progress. Everything else goes into the someday list or idea vault. This way you acknowledge the other projects, give them a little bit of love, but also keep them out of sight and out of mind until it is time to move them over to the in progress box. Number 3, define done. This one's huge. A lack of clarity is the enemy of progress. Number 4, a single tasking mindset. Even though we know multitasking is just a myth, most of us still approach our work this way. Number 5, create rituals. Our brains love rituals. They help us get into the zone and signal to our minds and bodies that it is time to focus. All of these tips are great, but if you ask me, they're only half the battle. Finishing things isn't just about preventing ourselves from getting distracted or starting too many projects. It's also about cultivating a mindset of growth and resilience. When you approach your creativity this way, you'll find that you not only finish more of what you start, but you'll also enjoy the journey more. Now, let's talk about how to finish what you start. Number 1, embrace imperfection. Done is better than perfect. Number 2, break it down. Big projects can be daunting, but if you break them down into smaller chunks, they become much more manageable. Number 3, reward yourself. This one is important. When you finish a task or a project, take some time to celebrate your accomplishment. Number 4, learn from others. One of the best ways to stay motivated. Number 5, be kind to yourself. Last but certainly not least, remember that it's okay to not be okay. So there you have it, 5 ways to finish what you start. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time here at Not Right You.